Hi guys, now I am discussing on decision science. This is for SEM 2 and this time's decision science is one of the most easiest subject assignment which I felt. Why? Because you don't have to do much things on this. Uh, for every question I have a shortcut. I will give you a website which you can refer to. Uh, in that you have to just enter the details, create the values, and from those values you can get your answers. So the first question is about exponential smoothing forecast. Here you have to calculate when alpha is 0 0.2, 0 0.4, 0 0.6 and 0 0.8. So basically what you do is there's this website, uh, mathcracker.com. In that there are various online calculators that are available. You just need to select the proper calculator, and below you have to mention the figures. So basically when you enter the figures which have been given to you, you will have to specify the alpha over there, and then you have to calculate. So for the first example, which is 0 0.2, which is the forecast as alpha, what you have to do is you have to enter 1.68, then 2.54, 2.38, 2.73. These figures are your basically the data set. You have to enter this data, and then in the smoothing constant you have to mention 0 0.2. Once you click on 0 0.2, basically you will have to calculate, and once on calculating you will get the forecast value. So if a person does not want to use the online calculators, the formula used is forecast during period n, which is equal to fn minus 1 plus alpha multiply by an minus 1 minus fn minus 1. So this is basically a formula which is used. You'll have to apply this formula and get the values of you'll have to get the values forecast when alpha is equal to 2. Then what you have to do is, once the alpha is received, you have to place it exactly besides the main data set, and then you will have to subtract the values of forecast minus the values which are given. So basically for the first one it is 1.68 minus 1.68. For second one it is 2.54 minus 1.68, which is 0.86. Then 2.38 minus 1.852, which is 0.53. So similarly you will have to subtract the forecast values to the data set what has been given. Post that you have to find the absolute error square when alpha is equal to 2. So basically the absolute value into the absolute value, so that is the square of it. Post that you have to find the absolute value. Over here what you have to do is basically it would be your the annual value, the value which has been given, minus the forecast value divided by the annual value. So post this you will get the absolute values. Now for absolute values, to find the MAD, which is mean of absolute deviation, and MSE, what you have to do is summation of the entire absolute values which you have received divided by the number of data sets. So this is basically, it comes to it comes to 0.29, which is the average of all the values which have been given of the absolute values. And then you have to find the absolute deviation. So in Excel you can use the formula as ABS and the average value, ABS of the average value. And for MSE, it is basically you have to for absolute error squares when alpha is equal to 2, you will have to find the average value, and for that you again have to apply the formula as ABS of the whatever is the average value received of the absolute squared errors. So yes, this is how you do for each and every alpha what has been given. So 0 0.2, 0 0.4, 0 0.6, 0 0.8. And as I told you, you can go to the website, you can apply the data sets, you can apply the alphas and calculate. Once you calculate, you will get MAD and MSE. But I would not recommend it. You can go to Excel and you can do this. If you're finding difficulties, do buzz me. Moving to second question. The second question is about correlation coefficient. Here there are four columns which have been given, that is total MSE, active companies, in migration of person from other states, and 2017-18 GSDP current prices in crores. So here you have to find the correlation coefficient. Again, it's very easy for me to say, but yes, you can go to websites. There are different websites available which help you to find out the correlation coefficient online itself. You just have to enter the X columns and the Y columns. So once you enter the data, below you will get the entire calculations. If you don't want to do this, and if you want to do it manually in Excel, it's very simple. You take both the columns, that is the X column and the Y column. So here you have to do the comparison of in migration of person from other states to total MSMES. So that is one set. Second set is in migration of person from other states to active companies. Third is in migration of person from other states to 2017-18 GSDP current price. And then there is total MSME with active companies. So basically, first you plot the data in Excel on the there will be two columns. So you'll have to select for the first one, you select in migration of person from other states and total MSME. So you enter the values over there. Once you enter the values, you'll have to find the summation of each column. So summation for the first data set comes to this is, that is 5 crores 39 lakhs 98,548, and the summation of Y comes to 92 lakhs 91,276. So this is the summation. In order to find the mean, you have to basically what you do is the summation divided by the number of n values. So that is 5 crores 39 lakhs 98,548 divided by I think the values, the number of n is 35. Sorry, it's 32. So you divide that by 32 and you will get the answer. For each value you have to divide by 32, and the value for mean would be 1687454 for X, and for Y it is 290,352.375. Now this is the mean value. Now going forward, what you have to do is you will have to subtract X by mean X. So that is so basically it's 53998548 minus 81267, and this is how you find the X minus mean X values. Similarly, you have to do for Y minus mean Y values. Then whatever value of X minus mean X is received, you have to square it. Similarly, you have to square for Y minus mean Y square, and then you will have to multiply mean X by mean Y. So post that, you will have to do the calculation. So in the calculation part, you have to apply the formula of correlation coefficient. I will just give you the formula which is used. That is summation of X minus my multiplied by Y minus mx divided by square root of SSX into SSY. So this SSX and SSY are basically the values found of summation of X minus mx the whole square and summation of Y minus my the whole square. For this also, as I said, there is a website which is available. You can Google search online correlation coefficient formula calculators, and you can plot the values. You will get the entire calculation. Moving to third A, here you have to calculate the mean and standard deviation of two columns which are given, that is number of indigenous total cattle with total buffaloes. Uh, for each and every state the values are given. Plot the value in Excel, uh, and then you find the summation of both the columns. So summation for the first column comes to 1275303, and summation for second column comes to 866318. Finding the mean, what you have to do is summation divided by the number of n values, so that comes to 13 values. Yeah, it is uh, yeah, it is 13 values. So what you have to do is 1275303 divided by 13. So the mean for the number of indigenous total cattle comes to 98100.23, and similarly for buffalo, for total buffalo, it is 866318 divided by 13, which is 66639.84. And for standard deviation, you can use the Excel. There is a formula in Excel also. For that particular cell, you have to select and apply the formula as is equal to STDEV.P, and select the entire data set. So that is C2 to C14. You have to select all the data, and you will get the standard deviation. So standard deviation for number of indigenous total cattle is 46850.29, and that for total buffalo is 55062.086. So this is third A, and third B is very easy. You just have to plot the values in your in the Excel, and post the values are plotted, you have to select the graph. So graph, basically I have selected the line graph, and you will get the entire graph. You can put your interpretations over there, and yeah, so this is how you solve the third B also. uh, Websites, I will not mention it on the comments. What you will have to do is you can buzz me on WhatsApp, and I will share the link with you. In case you're finding difficulties, do buzz me. I'm always available. uh, Thank you and best of luck.